Ahead on the weekend morning report, the forest products industry in Maine is seeing a promising week. How two companies are planning on creating jobs, what the governor is saying about it.
Plus, the Portland mayor is making good on his Super Bowl bet. Coming up, we'll tell you what exactly he had to do and how much money it's raising for a good cause. That's next on the Weekend Morning Report.
And it's 5 a.m. of the Saturday morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Clay Gordon.
Welcome to the weekend. I'm Katie Bavoso. And to get you started on your Saturday, meteorologist Corey Frumkin joins us from the Weather Center with all the latest updates on what we can expect. Hey, Corey.
Hey there, guys. Good morning. It's a very cold, well, not very cold, but it's a chilly start to the day. Temperatures right now in the teens and 20s across the state. And we're starting off in the low 20s this morning in Portland at 21. It's in the upper teens in Turner as well as Lewiston, the Auburn region, 19 degrees this morning. Up to the north through central and northern Maine and through down east, we have a triple 17s here. Bar Harbor, Cherryfield, East Machias, Otis as well. 15 in Old Town and 15 this morning to start in Bangor. Now, as we go over the next several hours through at least the first half of our weekend, temperatures are going to remain cool. So we are looking at them staying into the lower 30s for Portland, but we are going to be seeing a lot of sunshine along with those cooler temperatures. And for Bangor, we're also looking at temperatures a little bit colder, I think, into the mid and upper 20s through the afternoon. But sunshine will continue at least to start our day before we start to see some more clouds moving in through the later part of the afternoon and especially as we head into the evening. So highs today, upper 20s for Bangor, lower 30s, probably right around freezing for Portland, and highs in the upper 20s for Bar Harbor. As we take a look at the satellite and radar, we are very quiet this morning, and that's going to change though as we go throughout the rest of our day, as we will be watching our next system approach that will be giving us some snow showers as we head into the overnight tonight and through the start of our Sunday morning. So we're talking about some light snow accumulations. We'll have totals coming up for you here in just a moment, and also take a look at maybe some record-breaking warmth in that 7-day forecast. Details in just a few.
Record-breaking warmth. Okay, Corey, thanks so much for that. We'll talk to you in just a little bit.
That's our top story. In the wake of at least 7 school threat investigations across the state this week, there were 2 more threats in Topsom against Woodside Elementary and Mount Ararat High School.
Officials say it's time for parents to have a conversation with their kids about the consequences of posting inappropriate content on social media.
Take a look at this. This was the letter sent home to parents yesterday from RSU 57 superintendent notifying them of recent threats at the middle and high schools. The York County Sheriff says in the incident involving Massabesic Middle School, the results of their investigation show what appeared to be an ill-conceived joke, and there is no threat to the school.
It's really important that parents really chat with their children and talk with their children about this. This is not an appropriate joke.
Now, the sheriff is also applauding the students who alerted authorities. Many of you have commented on our stories and posted on Facebook saying something must be done to stop school shootings.
We went to talk to a Maine mayor and a gun activist who wants to fix the problem too, but they have a few key differences in how that should be done.
Now, Portland Mayor Ethan Strimling says municipalities could write their own laws to solve the problem. He thinks Portland's City Council would vote to enact stricter gun purchasing laws in the city, but the state legislature doesn't allow that.
Tom Tyler, member of the board of directors for the Sportsmen's Alliance of Maine, says the key to preventing violence at schools is having more school resource officers and a better national system that flags mentally ill individuals so they can't buy guns.
It has to be something standardized, I believe, nationally. It has to be the United States Congress and the president to sit down and say, all right, this is what we feel can happen.
Clearly, the federal government is the one that should step in. I just have no faith that they will. After we saw 20 elementary schools kids massacred in Connecticut and they did nothing, we all just dropped our heads in shame.
Both men do agree on one point. In an ideal scenario, Congress should be enacting federal gun laws, and federal lawmakers' inaction is frustrating.
Well, new this morning, it's the second major announcement for the Maine's forest products industry this week. Friday, a Montana-based company says it will be building a composite wood products plant in the state. That's according to the Press Herald. Smart Lamb LLC said it is using a $3 million grant from the Maine Technology Institute towards the $22 million facility. The move is expecting to make 100 jobs. A site for the new facility has not been announced. This news is on the heels of a North Carolina-based company saying it will build a $30 million factory in Millinocket, bringing 100 jobs to the area. The facility will make cross-laminated timber. Governor Paul LePage tweeted the announcements are, quote, "great news for our forest products industry." A warning to drivers who travel Route 220, Washington Road North in Waldoboro. Police say that someone is deliberately leaving roofing nails spray painted black in the roadway.
According to our media partners at the Portland Press-Herald, at least half a dozen motorists have had to deal with flat and ruined tires as a result of the nails so far. A clear reason as to why someone is intentionally doing this is unknown, but the police chief says someone might have a problem with cars speeding.
Now, the situation is being investigated, but if you see something suspicious in the area or if you are affected by the nails yourself, Waldoboro Police asks that you give them a call. A former softball coach at Biddeford High School has been charged in York County Superior Court with unlawful sexual contact involving a child. According to the Portland Press-Herald, Peter Pelletier, 51 years old, was charged with 2 counts of unlawful sexual contact, 1 count of unlawful sexual touching, and assault and endangering the welfare of a child. The alleged victim may also be a relative.
School officials say Pelletier was the softball coach at the high school from 2007 to 2012. He was an unpaid volunteer assistant coach in 2015 and 2016 and has no contact with the team since 2016. That's according to school officials there. The school department also said they have received no complaints about him from his time as either a paid coach or as a volunteer. Pelletier was released this week on $5,000 bail. He will be arraigned on March 5th, and his next court date will be in May. The Maine Republican Party's executive director says he alone was responsible for running an anonymous website that published articles that Democrats say slandered their unsuccessful local candidate.
The State Ethics Commission staff yesterday said GOP Executive Director Jason Savage denied using his party's resources to the Maine Examiner website. The staff said it will be up to commissioners to decide this Thursday whether to open a formal investigation into whether the GOP violated campaign finance law. The Maine Democratic Party accused the Maine Examiner of undermining Lewiston mayoral candidate Ben Chin, who lost the December 12th runoff.
Portland Mayor Ethan Strimling was so confident the New England Patriots would beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl that he made a bet he never imagined he'd have to pay off.
I think we were all pretty confident with that. Oh man.
Thank God we didn't make this bet.
I know. Well, yesterday it was time to pay up in a room full of exuberant elementary school students. Mayor Strimling had his head shaved. There it is. There it goes. There was a price to pay for losing the bet to the mayor of Portland, Pennsylvania.
When it was done, the mayor had no regrets. The event raised more than $3,000 for the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital.
I think I'm not going to be wagering too many more times, though, I have to say. If anything, we want to teach these kids gambling doesn't pay, so...
And in the show of sportsmanship, the mayor of Portland, Pennsylvania shaved his head too.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I can get behind it. They both look great. I'm sure they both look fantastic.
The mayor's lucky it's a warmer week out there.
And coming up next, Corey is going to tell us more about that. He's going to give us a look at how today and the rest of the week is looking weather-wise.